Hey everybody. Okay, so today we're working on make stem and leaf plots. This is based on numerical data or data with numbers. The number of points scored by the members of a basketball team are recorded. Use the data for questions 1 and 2. Now we did this in class today. So what digits would you use for the stem in the stem and leaf plot for the data? So I'm going to come over here and I'm looking at, I have a number one, I have an 8, which is only for the ones place. So if I look at my key, I'm going to hide this right here. Look at my key right here. It says 0 and this line. So here's this line right here. So it means that the number is 8. So I'm going to write down the number 8. So for my stem, I have, which means that I have 0 10s and I have 8 ones. So there's my 8. The next one, I'm going to go to my next stem and I can see that I'll have stem 1 because there's 1 in the tens place. So then I also see the next one, I have stem 2 because there's 2 in the tens place. And then there's stem 3 because there's 3 in the tens place. So what stems would you use? I'm going to use 0, 1, 2, and 3. In class today, we labeled these, or we didn't label, we listed from least to greatest. So please make sure that you do it. I'm also going to title this as points scored. There we go. How many leaves would a stem and leaf plot of the data have? So I'm just going to simply count up all of them that I've got. So I'm going to erase this here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 groups of 4 in each group. So 4 times 3 equals 12. So I'm going to end up having 12 leaves, which are going to be in the ones place. So now I'm going to make my data, my stem and leaf plot. So I've already done my 8. Now I'm going to go to the 1, my stem 1. In stem 1, I notice that there's a 12. So I'm going to write the 2 here. There is a 15. So that's 12. This is 15. And because I'm in still stem 1, I'm going to put my 6. So in the ones, it's 12, 15, and 16. And so I have 3 leaves there. Next, I'm going to stem 2, and I'm going to go to the 20s. The lowest number I see is 20, so I'm going to put my 0 in the stem, the leaf, so that makes it 20. Then I'm done with that one. Now I'm going to go to 20. Next one is 24. So this will represent 24. It's going to be in stem 2 and 4 in my leaf. The next one is 26, and I notice that there's 2 of them. So I'm going to draw or write 2 6s. And the last one is 28, and there's my representation. I am now moving to stem 3, and in stem 3, I have 2. And there's 2 4s. I'm going to verify I'm supposed to have 12. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's right. I will have 12 leaves. Okay. Now the next one, yay, very good. So we got that so far. Now you're going to be typing in here and explain the difference between stems and leaves on the stem and leaf plot. So the stem, I'm going to go ahead and put that in black. is located on the left side of the bar, representing the tens place, and the leaves are on the right side of the bar, representing the ones place. And that's as simple as it gets. Let's move over to the next one. Bird watchers were asked how many different species of birds they identified on a recent trip. And here were their responses. So there's the list of their responses, and we're going to use the data for 4 and 5. Okay, don't forget that this bottom number right here where it says and 26. So make a stem and leaf plot of the data. I'm going to go ahead and type in my numbers, starting with so I'm looking at my smallest number that I have, and that is 15. And I typed 14. I thought I typed 15. 15. Now I'm going to go to the 20s, and I see that I have 20 right here. And then I'm looking, I have 21. Make sure that you're marking those out. 20. There's 21. Oh, I have more. I have the 18 and 19. So I'm going to go ahead and click that in there. So if you saw that, very good. Put in the 18 and put in the 19. And then on the 20s, I think I'm good to go. I have the 21. I have two 21s. Easier when you're working on paper so that you can see it. Then in the stem, still on the stem 2, I have 25. I have 27 and two 29s. Okay, there we go. I'm going to move this up just a bit. Now I'm going to stem 3, and I'm in my 30s now. And I'm going to start off with 30. And then I'm going to 32 and 33. All right, now I'm ready to rock and roll. And then I have the 18 and 19. All right, now we're going to make the stem and leaf. So bird watchers were asked as many different species, so we can have different species as a title, or you can write bird species or bird watchers. Okay, so the first stem I'm going to have is 1. So stem 1. Looking at here, because if I have 1 dash the line and then a 5, what number do I have? I have 15, which means that my stem are the tens place, my leaves are in the ones place. So I'm going to set out the 5 for 15, the 8 to represent 18, and the 9 to represent 19. So I have 1, 2, 3 leaves. and that's what I represent there. I'm going to stem 2 because 2 is in the tens place. To represent the numbers in the ones place, I'm going to place those in the leaves. So I have 0, I have 2 ones, I have a 5 and a 7 and 2 nines. Then I'm going to stem 3, and I have a 0, 2, and 3. Now I ask if 2 more bird watchers. So here we have how many bird watchers? This is 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is it 13 or 14? Let's see. Oh, look at what I forgot. I did that again. Need to add another 26. So I'm going to place that in here. Oh, I knew that was something wrong that I just did. Okay, so if you caught that, excellent. I'm placing that right there. And I'm going to place my 6. Place the 6 right here. And my 7 right there. Okay, so now I have 14, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There are 14 bird watchers. We're going to add 2 more bird watchers to make a total of 16, which identified 9 species and 41 species. How will this change our stem and leaf? So I'm going to go ahead and type this out. So here, for 9 species, I will put 0 in the stem and 9 in the leaf to represent 9 holes or 9 ones. Okay. And then we would add this number to the top because it's going to be right above the 0. So if I was going to write that in, I'm going to go ahead and change my color. Then it would be the 0 here, and then I would put the 9 because I'm a single digit and then I went to the double digits. All right, then the next part for the 41, a stem of 41. So it's a stem of 4 and a leaf of 1 will be added to the bottom because it's the greatest number. So I'm going to change my colors again. And let's do purple. Then I'm going to add 4. And that would be 1. And I'm going to go ahead and extend my line here. So now I have let me not cross that right there. Let me do it just a little bit longer. There we go. Okay. And that's it. Let's go to the next one. Maxwell has 14 books in the same mystery series. Well, that's interesting. The number of pages in each book are listed. So these are the pages of the 14 books he has. So this is book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 14 numbers there because they each represent the number of pages for each of the 14 books he has. But Maxwell makes a stem and leaf plot of the data. Which stem has the most leaves? So I'm going to come up here. What is my smallest number? I see that I have stem 8. So there is an 85, 87, 88. So I'm going to write that down. 85, 87, and 88. So I'm going to cross those out. That's the 88, my 85, and my 87. Do you see any more stem 8s? No, so let's go to the 9s. I see a 96. Oops, there's a 90, 2 96, and a 98. So I'm going to go ahead and place those. I have a 90, 2 96, and a 98. All right, am I done with my 90s? Oh, I see the 95 right there that I just missed. So let me go ahead and place that in there. There we go. I have 95, 96 twice, my 90, and my 98. I'm done with that one. So now let me go to the 10s. I have a 105 and a 108. So I'm going to cross those two out. A 105 and a 108. The next one is going to be the 11s. So I have a 112, 14, 15, 16. 12, 114, 115, and 116. Oops, not 66, 116. There we go. All right, I'm just going to double check that I have 14 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yay, ding, 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 we are correct. Okay, so the next thing that I want is like, yay, we are right. Okay, so let's come over here. The question's asking, which stem has the most leaves? So I'm going to change my color here. So this one has how many leaves? 1, 2, 3. It's going to have 3 leaves. So if I'm going to make the stem and leaf, you can make your stem and leaf. This is going to be the stem. And this is the leaf or leaves. Looking at the first one, my stem is 8. I have stem 8 and it has leaves 5, 7, and 8. Okay, so that one has 3 leaves. Stem 9 has 0, 5, 6 twice, and 1 8. That one has 5 leaves. Okay, so now I'm going to stem 10, and that only has 2, so that's 5 and 8. Then I'm going to stem 11, and that only has 4. It has a 2, has a 4, has a 5, and it has a 6. So which one has the most? There we go, stem 9. Yay! So the answer is A. Okay, let's look at Zara counts the number of raisins in several boxes of raisins, and she wants to make a stem and leaf plot to show the data. What are the leaves for stem 9? Okay, guys, so I'm going to come over here to stem 9. I'm going to circle stem 9. I'm going to circle all the numbers. I'm going to switch my color up so we can see it better. That's a 9, stem 9, stem 9, stem 9, and stem 9. Okay, so I'm going to write those down. I have stem 9 has 0, 1, 5, 5, and 8. What's my best answer? Ding, ding, ding. It is B. Very good. You could have done process of elimination by saying, oh, I have a 0. Get rid of what doesn't have a 0 and makes it easier. But write that down because you're still in training, so you're not there yet, but you will be. So Lincoln Heights Elementary held a student council election. Now the data shows the number of votes each candidate received. Wesley makes a stem and leaf plot based on this data. So I am going to go ahead and look for my lowest number, and I see a 30. There's a 32. So I'm going to go ahead and type this out. 30 and a 32. Whoops, what happened there? There we go. So I have 30, 32. What's the next one? Oops, 34 and 35. So I'm going to go ahead and type that out here. 32, 34, and 35. Now I'm going to my stem 4. That's my 40s. And I have 41 is my smallest. Then the next one is 43 and 44. Is that what you see? I'm going to cross that out. 43, 44. I see two 44s. Ooh, good thing I'm looking. So I have another 44. And now there's a 45 and 47. Okay, we're done with my 40. So let me go ahead and cross those out. And the 45 and then 147. Now I'm going to my 50s or stem 5. So here I have 50. Cross that out. 52 and 53. So I'm going to come back over here and I'm writing out 52 and 53. And then the last stem is 60 and 64. And I'm just going to write this out here. To verify that I've gotten them all, I know that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you didn't get that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 3 rows of 5. So 3 groups of 5 is 15. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's 15 numbers. If I make a stem and leaf, so I'm going to draw a line down here. Yep, that line is not very straight. What a silly goose. Okay, so where am I at? Just want to make a straight line. Okay, so here I'm going to write stem. Oh, I know what it is my jacket is catching on. And then I'm going to write leaf or leaves. Okay, so based on my numbers, I'm going to stem 3. Ooh, that's a big 3. Okay, so I'm at stem 3. I have a 0, 2, 4, and a 5 in the ones place. So I'm going to write that out. 0, 2, 4, and a 5. Now I'm going to go to look at stem 4. And in stem 4, I see 1, 3, 4, 4, 5, 7. So 1, 3, 4, 4, 5, 7. Going to stem 5, and I have 0, 2, 3. And then I'm stem 6, and I have 0 and 4. This is what is the number of stems that Wesley needs? So Wesley is going to actually need 1, 2, 3, 4. He needs 4 stems. All right, so we can see that right there. Now, which statement about the stem and leaves plots is true? There will be more stems than leaves. Well, I see that I have 15 leaves and 1, 2, 3, 4 stems. False, not a good number. Nope, no bueno. Okay, so cross that out. The stem 6 will only have 1 leaf. Well, I'm coming over here to stem 6, and I see that it has 1, 2 leaves. Nope, that's a false statement. And I'm coming over to number C, or letter C. There will be 15 leaves. That's a true statement. That's what I can visually see. So yes, so far. The number that occurs most often is 4. Yeah, I see 4, but that's kind of really broad because I see 4 in the stem and I see lots of 4s in the leaves, but they don't have the same value. So yeah, the most number that it see, but it's not the number. I see it would be the most digit that I see because it's 34 and then 44, 44. So the most number, I guess, would be 4, but it's not. It's too debatable, so I'm going to put false. So the best answer to this is C. How many more leaves will there be on stem 4 than on stem 3? Okay, so let's look at this. Stem 4 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves. Stem 3 has 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves. And the difference is 2. Ding, 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 ding. And this last one is how many stems will have more than 3 leaves. So this has only 2, so that doesn't work. This has only 3, and it's more than, think of greater than, so that doesn't work. So I have 1, 2 stems that have more than 3 leaves. And that's it for tonight. Guys, it was great. We're going to continue working on all of this, so I want to make sure that you are ready to go. All right, I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great evening, and please stay focused in interventions. We're on a countdown to star now. We only have 9 more days.